Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenganjeru. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man on board, the man must be looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. And of course, today we are not having either, so we want to have a conversation because, again, we said the moment we stop talking, that is the moment we start fighting. Now, on Thursday, I noticed a certain trend because you see, as a team, we are fond of doing what we call a comprehensive need analysis. We are able to analyze the people who come to the show, we are able to analyze the people who write to us directly and on email. Then we can be able to assess the agenda, where they are coming from, and the reasons for their singlehood. Such things are what we call data. And it's always important when you're running a show like this to understand the need analysis comprehensively so that you can be able to speak from a point of advantage. You can talk from a point of authority. Now, I have been able to notice a certain trend where people, especially women, are asking us whether we have men who are married and they don't mind getting a second wife, for example. And this trend is not only worrying, but also mm, worrying again. Do you know why I am lacking a word? Because there is no actual substitute for what I want to describe. Because an overwhelming majority of women have come out clean to say that they don't mind being a second wife, a third wife, a fifth, or even a ninth wife, so long as the man is able to provide. And you were left wondering what became of society and what became of the pride we had that one man, one woman. And I am not against polygamy, I'm not against monogamy. I'm just here neutral saying and reporting on what we are having as a need analysis. And I have noticed that we have so many people. So the reason for doing this video is to try and understand your stand on polygamy. What do you think of polygamy? What do you like? What do you hold dear? What are the kind of values you consider in marriage? Can you become somebody's second wife, or would you advocate for somebody to become second wife, third wife? And what I realized is that people have this perception of entering into a marriage or into polygamy, and the first wife has already left, or you're coming to destroy an established marriage. You're not coming to maybe destroy an established marriage. I am saying this because most of the women who are here are not asking for divorcees. They are not asking for people who have been divorced. They are not asking for men who have been left or who have left their wives. They are asking for men who are already happily married, men who don't have a problem with polygamy, men who do not have a problem taking another wife, so long as the man is able or is capable of providing for the family. Now, such conversations are important to have because you cannot run away from them. And I want you in the comment section to tell us how you feel about polygamy, because I am not saying that I will be bringing people who want to be married as second wives. This is just an issue like any other. How we raise issues on this show, and we want to discuss them because we are family oriented. These are things that originate from our families. We come from families. You come from a certain family. Some people who are watching me right now are coming from a polygamous background, and yeah, it is always important to try and dig deep to understand the concept and how people feel about the entire thing. Now, out of the many people who have been asking whether we have men who are married and want to add a wife, I have noticed something very consistent. And this thing is the man must be financially stable. That is to tell you that most of these women have not lacked options. They have not run out of options, especially if the man does not have maybe enough resources. What the man is lacking to cover or to balance the entire equation is the resources, because in marriage financial resources is very important. In marriage, to have enough financial resources is very important, and you cannot run away from the fact that you will provide as a man and you will take care of the problems that will come up in that marriage. In fact, most of the problems and challenges that people face in marriage are money related, and maybe sometimes it reaches a point when one feels that maybe the provision is not enough or the provision is too much. Yes, especially to the person who is providing. some of these challenges come up in marriage, and marriage is very costly. If you ask people who have been married before, people who are in marriage right now, they can tell you with these current economic trends, only God can help marriages to sustain or to be sustained, because again they require a lot of resources. And the reason why most women are attracted to even men who are married, and I realize that we have women who don't have a problem getting married by somebody who is married already. The problem is that this man has to have resources. You will never see somebody looking for a man who is broke in the first place, a man who has not been able to cater for the former family, and a man who has not kept the first wife properly. That man is not on demand. And in every generation, whether when we are speaking about the kingdom animalia in biology, you have two kingdoms: kingdom animalia and kingdom plantae. Animalia for animals, plantae for plants. you know that classification, in the world of living organisms, every female, whether it's a cow, a dog, a human being, a cat, even chicken, ducks, all females are wired for hypergamy. Hypergamy means marrying up. Like, women don't want people who are below them. If a woman takes somebody who is below her, and in this case, I'm not speaking about finances. Finances are just a chunk of the entire equation that makes up for marriage. What I'm speaking about is in terms of IQ, reasoning, maybe the level of education, the level of exposure, material and finance. Women want to marry up there. And in most cases, they miss the mark because they are still men who have the potential and the capacity to rise there and even to unimaginable positions, but it has not manifested in the moment. If such women happen to approach or to be approached by those men, the game will be rigged because those women don't even think about it. And it's a nature for all females. You've seen even in the mating world, we have like 10 male dogs and one dog is on hit. And this dog will be, the female dog, will be biting the others, will be beating the other dogs, the ones she can. Wait until the dominant one comes. Wait until there will be a dominant, fierce, big dog. Then that dog will mate seriously, pole pole, haina haraka, mpaka unakuta zimekwama. You see, have you not seen those things? Unakuta haikukuwa na pingamizi, imewekewa vizuri mpaka zikakwama. That is the female hypergamy. Even in lion kingdom, in a pride of lions, you will find out that there is only one dominant male and the others are thrown away. If the lion falls out of power, then the dominance is gone, and that is what characterized the alpha traits. You getting the point? So what we are facing here is a problem, is something that can be solved, not necessarily through polygamy, because again, the choice for polygamy or monogamy depends on one person, the person who wants to get married and the person who is marrying them. Because again, the whole essence of marriage, you see, it is always important to consider things like, how will, okay, the man could be willing, but will the first wife have, what am I saying? Will the first wife be comfortable? And instead of risking all those possibilities, why don't you get a good man? If he is not up to your level in terms of finances, maybe you can wait for the right man, or else you can even groom the man. Anybody can help. We are in a society where we can help each other. If you realize that maybe your strength is in finances and the man is not as strong in finances, probably compared to you, then something can be done, something can be arranged. Anybody can mentor anybody. It doesn't have to be the man who is maybe the one who is having financial might at the moment. Again, there are so many things you can look at in marriage. There are so many things you can check. There are so many things that you can angalia na unaona huyu si mbaya sana, because I'm telling you, we have so many men. Probably what they're having is they're not having the kind of attention they could be getting, because they are not as capable as somebody could want. I was invited on a show by Bamasi. There is a very nice interviewer called Bamasi Show. Alikuwa ameniita juzi kunihoji kuhusu hii show. And on the show I said it is very difficult for somebody to get 100% of what you are looking in terms of traits. You want a dark, tall, dark, handsome man who is also financially wealthy or financially stable, a man who is driving, a man who is already settled, a man who has a job, a man who, he has a home already. All those things cannot be found in one man, and if you find them in one man, very very rare. Na pengine unaweza penda mtu kama huyo na akose kukupenda back. And you see, in love there has to be the law of reciprocal. You have to reciprocate. You are loved and you love back, and there is no way, any other way about it. Tuko pamoja. So the essence of this video, I want to know your thoughts on hypergamy and polygamy. Hypergamy is women's ability and capacity, potential to marry up there, and they are not interested in anything else below them. In fact, study shows that in the unplugged alpha kingdom, women do not want to hear anything to do with men who are lower than them in terms of IQ, education, resources, wealth, influence, name it. And maybe that's where we go wrong. And I don't want you to be the person who will fulfill the prophecy that says that maybe 7 women, and it's biblical. The Bible states clearly that in the end days, I don't know whether it starts with the end days, but I know that verse where the Bible says that 7 women will be coming to one man and saying, you know what, sir, we just want to be named after you. We will find our own food. We will take care of ourselves. Just let us be named after you. Let it be said that we are named after you. Chai. I don't want that prophecy to be fulfilled by you. So if you want us to bring all manner of people, we have rich, we have poor. You see, in fact, we do not have people who are poor. The problem is the amount of money. Hakuna mtu ananga pesa, shida ni amount. Hata mimi niko na pesa, shida ni amount. Pengine haitoshi. Pia wewe uko na pesa. Kila mtu ako na pesa, shida inakuanga amount, Kuna mtu ako na kuna mtu ako na 100k, a million, 10 million, 100 million, a billion, and you see, we are in levels. And yeah, that's what I want to know in the comment section. So please, if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and like the videos. Don't be watching without subscribing. I want us to be having similar conversations so that we can know the way forward. Until next time, this is Jenga Njero. God bless you so much. Bye bye.